Theater seats right across from the TV, one of the best sofas in the RV industry, super slide, beautiful kitchen, and a king-size bed, folks. This is the 2021 East to West Alta 2850 KRL. Let's dive right into the kitchen. So there's definitely some things that I really like about this. One of them is the fact that you're going to have the upgraded countertops, right? Instead of T-mold, where you have the T-mold that comes out, and then a bunch of water gets in there and your countertop rots out, which nobody certainly wants. You have the thermoformed countertop, and not only is that more water resistant, but it also allows you to undermount the sink, which we'll take a look at in just a second. But one of my favorite parts is this right here. Folks, this is a massive countertop addition. And they did it right. You know, with the way this countertop extension works, it's a flush mount countertop. So many times I've seen it where they're mounted underneath, and then you have like this lip from this countertop to the extension. And that's just not functional, right? Because then by the time the lip's there, all I have is this little tiny space. But now I have all of this, especially if you don't need the sink, because you can use that sink top cover right there. But even this by itself is a nice big extension. So I think they did a great job with that. Moving in a little bit further, as I mentioned, because the countertop style allows you to undermount the sink. Nice, large stainless steel bowl, big, beautiful high-rise faucet there, and the sink top cover is a cutting board. So I always recommend just using one side so the other side stays looking nice so you can have it if, you know, guests and stuff come over. But again, that is great prep surface, makes it very usable. You'll also see you have prep space here. You know, if you don't want to use the countertop extension, you just want to stay here, you don't need the countertop extension in the moment, you have plenty of prep space there. In the back corner, you have enough room here for your coffee maker. If you have that extension out, you need to plug something else in, you have the space. And then over to this side is that 3-burner cooktop. This one, you know, nice and easy to operate, folds up and back just like so. This one is a Magic Chef brand, and you can see, you know, knobs light up. The thing I like about this one is it's not as blue as a lot of the other manufacturers out there, right? If it's a Furion or a Greystone, they tend to be very blue knobs. The Magic Chef is not. And that's a win for me because if you've watched my videos before, you know I'm not a huge fan personally of like the really blue lights. These lights in here have a blue tint to it, but it's not nearly as like neon blue as some of the others. And you can see that right down below, right? It's somewhat blue, but it's still nice and clean. Now that we're looking down there, take a look at all of this storage. When you have a nice big center space like this, it allows you to put big drawers underneath, spray hose for outside. But you can see you have 4 full extension ball bearing drawers here, folks, and that's awesome for everything that you need to put in your kitchen. Plus, there is still enough space for a trash can. So, you know, and on top of that, look at this. This is cool. Open this up. You have a spot for some dog food and water, right? I love that that's there. And spot for pots and pans underneath the cooktop. So you want to talk about a large and functional kitchen. I think they knocked it out of the park right here. Between the countertop space, the storage underneath, the storage up top. You know, this is a nice big single door here. You can see that the shelf is already built in for you. Microwave over to the side, slimline hood here too. And so I think they did a phenomenal job. And to round that out, we have the Magic Chef fridge. You know, so they're getting, again, kind of that residential name, right? The Magic Chef name. And this one right here, you know, it is a 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator. I believe it's 10 cubic foot on this one. Plenty of cold storage. The fact that it is compressor-driven means it cools down a lot quicker, and it runs off your batteries, right? So if you have a couple batteries, some solar, you can run that thing almost indefinitely, which is wonderful. Making your way in a little bit further, right up top here, you see decent storage up above the entertainment center. The thing I like about this is the location of it, right? Being right here doesn't matter if you're sitting in the sofa or in the rear theater seats, which is something that's very rare to find in this floor plan, by the way. Usually like there's swivel chairs or rockers, but here you get the theater seats, which I love. You also see the big sound bar underneath, HDMI input there. This does control the speakers both in here, this one as well as the speakers outside. And then more additional storage underneath that. And folks, that is not small storage, right? I don't know about you folks watching, but I personally am a big board game person. I like to take a lot of board games, a lot of puzzles when we go camping, and something like that is exactly where I'd put them, right? It's easy for the kids to get to if they need to reach them, you know, grab the puzzles, and plus it's big enough, you can actually fit some of the larger games in there. Making our way to the back are those theater seats rather, And upgraded Allure furniture, folks. If you haven't seen Allure furniture yet, you need to get out and take a look. It's just built better than a lot of the other furniture that is currently in the industry. It's extremely comfortable. It's functional. Again, both of these do lift up and recline. You'll see the cup holders there. And right over here is your little center console. Plus you have end tables on the side. If you've watched my videos, you know that a lot of times I like to have a drink or two, right? So if I'm going to have my old fashioned, boom, I got a spot for it right there. If I'm going to have a beer, I can put it right in here. I'm good either way. See the big window in the back? This is generally a huge draw to these rear living style floor plans. If you have a gorgeous view out the back, you can enjoy it in this layout. Plus you have the extra storage right up top. Roller shades all the way throughout, upgraded shades in here. And we talk about, I just mentioned, right, upgraded Allure furniture. This right here, in my opinion, is probably the best sofa in the RV industry. The reason I say that, not only is it comfortable to sit in, but watch how this one converts into a bed. We've seen standard pullouts, right? You've seen trifolds. This one takes it to a whole new level. So what you do, you reach right in the bottom right here. Super simple. I can do this with one hand, right? It's not like it's heavy. Take a look at that. Boom. The bed is made. Folks, it's really that easy. The other cool thing about it is this right here. This actually folds down. And now that creates a headrest. So your pillows don't fall behind the cushion, which oftentimes happens in a trifold. Plus, it also allows you to take this piece of furniture in and out of the RV so that it can get through a door, which is really cool. But this is so easy to make, and it's so much more comfortable than your traditional pullout. I absolutely love this system. By far, again, like I say, the best, in my opinion, and everyone's opinion is different, but in my opinion, this is the best sofa in the RV industry. Very cool. Making our way to the side right here is the dinette. We take a look at that guy. A couple things I like about this. One is it's plenty large, right? So if I sit down, try not to crush my mic back here, but if I sit down, you'll see that I have plenty of room, right? They can fit another person here very easily. It is a larger dinette than what most manufacturers use. And so, I'm not bumping elbows with someone. The other nice thing about that is if you drop it down, it does make a little bit wider bed. But also this table right here, well, it's currently in travel mode, right? So it's tied down, but this table is movable and it swings down. So the main reason is because it swings down into a bed. But the thing I like about it is you can take this, you can move it over in front of the sofa, drop it down, and now you have a coffee table. So it's multifunctional. Anytime you can do that in an RV, big win in my book. You can see some auxiliary lighting right up top here as well. Kind of matches the lighting we had down below in the kitchen. And then we make our way up a little bit further. Pass-through bathroom. Now, this is one of them that for a lot of people are like a make it or break it, right? It's like a Murphy bed. They hear pass-through bathroom and they're like, oh no, I want nothing to do with it. But here's the reality, folks. Chances are, if you're getting something like this, it's just going to be the two of you the majority of the time, right? If you have guests, you are not stuck in the bedroom. That was one of the big problems with the pass-through is that, if you're in the bedroom changing or something and someone comes in the bathroom, you're stuck. You can't get out. But we'll see when we go in the bedroom, there is another door. So you're not stuck up there. Don't freak out. The nice thing about a pass-through bathroom, when I close these doors, look how much space I have. And my bedroom is right there. So I can grab clothes. I can come in here and I can change in the bathroom. Right? I'm not stuck in the bedroom doing so. And so personally, I really like the bathroom in this particular layout. As far as the toilet, definitely, no issues as far as space, right? You can see I can sit right here, plenty of room all the way around for legs, shoulders, everything else. You have some storage up front, a little bit of countertop space over to the side. I like that they did extend that over. Plus they give you a huge sink, which is great for washing hands, brushing teeth, anything else you need to do. Electrical outlet, actual medicine cabinet up here in the corner, linen closet over by the shower, which I do like that when manufacturers put it in as well. And speaking of the shower, this is something else you don't often get. Look how much space I have. Folks, I'm fairly wide in the shoulders, right? Fairly broad, and I can still shut this door and turn completely sideways. That's not something I can accomplish in a lot of RVs, so I love that I can do that. You also have like a chrome hand wand instead of the standard white, a little bit upgraded, makes it nice and easy to shower. And at 6 foot tall, I have a ton of room. I could be 6'5" and still shower. Well, maybe 6'5" and still shower there. Maybe 6'4". 6'5" might be pushing it. Either way, you can still be pretty tall and shower in there. Take a look at the opposite wall. You'll see a spot to put the TV. Connections will be there too. If you take a look kind of up front, you see storage across the top, wardrobe on the side, drawers down below. You'll also see your electrical outlets and USB ports, plus you have like a little nightstand area in the back, so that way it's out of the way. You know, and if you have a CPAP machine or cell phone you want to put back there, you can. King size bed, folks. King size bed. You don't have to elbow each other in the middle of the night. And when I lift this up, which it is strut supported, take a look at this hidden storage. I love this. You have 2 additional drawers right down there, plus all this extra space for some of your larger items still. And as I promised, right behind me, right back here, is that other exit. So if you do need to exit this RV, you have the capability to do that. Right up top here is a vent, but more importantly, this one is prepped for a second AC. So if you want a second AC in here, you can have one installed fairly easily. With the slide closed up, let's talk about what you can access. So one of the big ones, right, is the fridge. You can see here when I open it up, I have pretty much full access to anything I need to in the refrigerator, which is definitely a big win. The other one will be the bathroom. Now you'll see here, you can't access the bathroom from the main entry, but if you recall, we had an entrance in the bedroom. So you can access the bedroom, of course, if you need to take a nap, and through there, you're also able to get to the bathroom, so you can get to pretty much everything. The other thing I like about this, a lot of times, folks, these rear living floor plans, when they have sofas in the back here, if they have a slide like this, you have to turn, right, those chairs or move those chairs to be able to get the slide in. Right here, it comes in perfectly. You don't have to mess with any chairs. It's one of the things, again, I love about this floor plan. You push a slide, and it puts everything away. My only word of caution is with the countertop extension, make sure you drop it before you put the slide in, because otherwise, you're going to have a little bit of damage on your hands. With the inside buttoned up, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2021 East to West Alta 2850KRL. Up front, you see this one does come with the power tongue jack as standard, making it, of course, a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Right behind that, 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover rails right there for your battery. You can't really see it. It's kind of tough, but this one does have the fully enclosed, insulated, and heated underbelly, which will not only help you camp a little bit later in the season, but also help keep a lot of road grime out of there, making sure your underbelly stays nice and clean. You can see your diamond plating coming up the front here, protecting that front end, and the beautiful 3/4 front cap with like your faux windshield look and LED lights on there as well. One of the things you will not see up front, a lot of manufacturers, right, will have like that solar prep. This one actually has a solar panel right on top of the roof. It's already installed for you. We'll see the controller when we go around to the other side. Just want to make sure I hit it now so I don't forget. Let's take a look at the pass-through. So magnetic catch, by the way, slam latch, right? And it's metal. Nice quality components that they use here. You take a look inside, you will see that's not the widest pass-through ever, but take a look at that height you get. You have a ton of height in there. And how did they accomplish that? Well, if you drop down with me real quick here, you will see they utilize drop frame construction. Folks, that is something that not many travel trailer brands do. There are a few out there. It's a lot more common in high-end fifth wheels, but they give you a lot more storage space by doing that. So definitely glad that they did that. Again, it kind of goes to show that you are looking at a premium brand. As far as the secondary entrance, you have the aluminum steps here. I think this is a good choice because this is your bedroom, right? If we have like the MORryde steps right here, that's gonna be up in your bedroom. You're gonna have to look at that all day and all night anytime you're in the bedroom, which is not something I wanna see, right? Or unless, of course, you have your steps down. But I think this is a good choice right here. It's nice, it's easy, you don't use the steps a ton, and it's still, they're still aluminum, so that way they're not going to rust out on you. Take a look up top. You have the Carefree of Colorado power awning there with your LED light strip. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to go right back in. Couple outside speakers. You can see that big window right here we saw in the kitchen. Lets in a lot of natural light. TV hookup right outside in the event that you want a TV out here. And in the very back is that upgraded MORryde step above step system, because as I mentioned, this is your primary entrance. You get a bigger grab handle here too for more control when entering or exiting the RV. One of the big things to note, folks, when we talk about construction, not only do you have that drop frame, but this one also has Asdel composite panels behind this fiberglass skin. That's a big deal for a couple reasons. One, it's lighter weight. Anytime you can save weight on a towable is a big deal. Another one is the fact it won't absorb moisture, so helps greatly reduce, almost eliminate the chance of getting delamination, which is like the bubbles in the fiberglass. And it's a green material, so you won't get that off-gassing if you're sensitive to some of those smells. You have the spray port right here, so you need some water access. Right down below is a propane quick connect. Love that. Hey, just because it's the two of you doesn't mean you don't want to grill, right? I cook a lot outside. I want to hook up my grill, have the capability to do it. Square tubular bumper with the end caps right there. Mounted to that is the spare tire, one of the easiest places to get to it. Rear mounted ladder so you can climb up onto the fully walkable roof, and you will see that you have your backup camera prep. Coming around to this side, 50 amp detachable power cord will plug right into there. This one is really cool. So for your power stabilizer jacks, you have two controls in the back. You'll also have two controls in the front. So each stabilizer jack is powered independently. That's part of that BAL system. This one also is a huck bolt frame, which is great. So having those huck bolts, it tends to be considered a better construction method because it's been shown the #1 place for rust to start is at a weld. So if you can reduce the amount of welds, hopefully in theory, you're reducing the chance for rust to start there. Right here is black tank flush, so that makes it nice and easy to wash out the black tank. Your terminations, you can see, are located here. The thing I do like about that is they put a light there in case you're like me, where you're hooking up or disconnecting at night, right? Especially hooking up because I work, and then leave, and then by the time I get to the campsite, it's getting dark. So I like having the light there. There are your two controls for your front, and opening this up, you will see the convenience center. So everything, kind of show you real quick what you got. So you have your electrical outlet right there. These are the lights for your front cap cable. Battery disconnect, so you can quickly and easily kill all power to the RV, just like so. Outside shower with hot and cold water access. Both of your water inlets. Right there is that solar controller. As I mentioned, the solar panel is already mounted on the roof. And of course, you have a spot for all of your hoses and everything to run down. And folks, that wraps this one up. Again, this is a 2021 East to West Alta 2850KRL. If you're interested in this beauty and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.